Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This will be episode 33 of the Case 310G Bulldozer Restoration Project. I hope you guys enjoy. This video may be a little choppy, I apologize for that. I was shooting a different video and then I ran into a snag with the transmission gears. So in this video we are going to continue to clean the rear end differential compartment, the transmission compartment, and we will go ahead and get started on that now. This will be a before of the transmission. Rear end differential, sludge everywhere, grime, and I'm going to just get started cleaning. I have the Harbor Freight parts washer modified oh so slightly. I took one pin out and folded the lid back because it goes at an angle. So let's go ahead and get started. Got the gloves on. Go ahead and turn on the power switch. We've got our solvent shooting through at an angle. Grab the brush. Now we will ever so gently get started scrubbing all this through the drain hole right down there. I actually already have to stop and bring you guys in. This is actually really, really cool. Go ahead and get this solvent shut down. Look at all the grit and metal filings. You get out the old pocket knife and drag this out. Huh. That's incredible. We have the rear differential housing cleaned from top to bottom. Pardon that glare there. You cannot get much cleaner than that. That looks really good. There is no way I'm going to be able to film me cleaning this. I mean, there's just, by the time I get my hand in here, you're not going to see anything but my wrist and elbow. So I will stop the time lapse and just get that front compartment knocked out, but rest assured it will look like that when we are done. So if you're enjoying the video, please remember to leave a like. Really helps out the channel. And I'm going to go ahead, clean the front compartment, and then we will move on to something else, whatever that may be. There is a couple of things I wanted to point out. We are giving the reverse idler oil tray a good flush, and it's coming out pretty clean now, but when we started it was nasty. And something I discovered, there was an oil passageway right here You can see that sucker disappears, and it was completely filled with filings and nasty stuff. So it's good to find those things out and get them clean. There is another one. I'll adjust my solvent here down toward the bottom. There is another one right, oh boy, that's hard to get, right there. Right there is another one. When I shine my light in here, I can see the beam, pardon the camera work, guys, I can see the beam hitting this shaft bore for the reverse idler shaft. So another thing we need to get exceptionally clean so we have lubrication throughout. The amount of filings that have come out of this thing is just next level. I'm hoping that the catch tray will reveal a little more once we get the light in it. It's coming along nicely. Clean on this side, of course, but slow and steady wins the race. Let's keep rolling. You will see here, this is the after shot. The unit came out just flawlessly clean. Looks amazing. The Napa brand solvent worked extremely well. It evaporates dry, and now we can move on to further cleaning of the case. One of the first things we need to tackle is removing the steering tiller linkage here. And to do that, we have to delete this mechanics lock wire, remove our set screw here, and then we should be able to pull this off and then pull the linkage out through the inside of the transmission. There is a seal in here we need to replace as well. Hard little wire. There we go, got him out. Not overly tight here. This is a tapered set screw here. You wouldn't want to lose that. Hit it with your brand of penetrating oil. I like this PB50. Seems to work really well. It's just a general purpose penetrating oil. Let's see if we can pry this off. I won't go too crazy here because I don't want to damage the spring, but it's coming right off. No problem. Go. Now we have a Woodruff key here. Could be a challenge. Have our good old vice grip. Not too bad. And this spring will release. We have a washer out here, pretty thin washer. Then we can go ahead and pull our shaft out. Looks to be in great shape, and we did not damage our little spring here. Looking here, this is a good little seal. It looks awesome yet, but you're just in this far, you just cannot take the chance that that will weep after you put everything back together. The oil would never be up that high, so if it would weep, it would be very minimal, but I've just got to change it, guys, for my own peace of mind. We'll go ahead and see if we can pry it out. Sometimes they fight you the whole way, sometimes they pop right out. Definitely going to destroy it getting it out of there. This is starting to move into safety glasses territory. There it comes. About to have it. Walk it out. There we go. Here you can see the seal is pretty mangled just from us pulling it out. The seal number, I will roll a picture in now. I believe this is going to cross over to a 7513 modern SKF seal, just from the measurements that I've taken. Everything looks really good, as to be expected. I think we will reuse all of these parts. We will just simply now repeat the process on the other side, and it's pretty straightforward, so I'm not going to film it. As you can see, we have the other side removed. Now we are going to remove our fill plug. This is a 13/16 wrench. I was a little surprised by that. I figured they would go to 3/4. It does not have a magnet in it like the drain plug, and the drain plug is a smaller size. You can see here on the dipstick we have a tightness issue, and I really do not want this transmission to leak, so in order to remove this, we have to remove our stand pipe first, then we can remove the lower elbow. Pardon the extra noise, Charlie is outside power washing. Just going to remove the dipstick. Oh boy, that does not want to come loose. I'm hoping that turning the transmission housing upright will help me get this baby loose. Oh, there we go. These Irwin pipe wrenches are junk. Do not buy them. Just spring for the rigid. They're the best. There we go. Nothing to it. Now we'll take our elbow out. This was just literally hand tight when it was in the proper position, so it's good we're doing this. Wow, we've got some yummy sludge in there. I'll show you in just a second. Look at the delicious sludge that is in our elbow pipe. And we still had a big chunk of grease or hardened oil and dirt mixed. Look at the sludge just setting in there. Fantastic. This is exactly why we take this thing down as far as we take it. One of the next things we need to do is pull the studs out. Some of these got left behind when I was pulling the final drive housings off. So let's go ahead and get started on that now. Going to very gently clamp on the shoulder of the stud here to remove my nut. This one's just being a little stubborn. There we go. Now we will just repeat the process a few more times. We have the studs taken out of both sides of the rear end differential case. I just want to clean the threads and Loctite or Permatex them back. And we need to pull this bolt next. This bolt is a 15/16. And it's a little stubborn. I just want to make sure there's no threads that are going to weep oil on the transmission. So I want to be thorough, clean all the holes. And this one had oil all the way out to the front of it. So it's good that we're doing this. We'll hit that with thread sealant. I'm sure this is just an ancillary hole that they had to machine all the way through for some other either option or some other design of tractor, something to that effect. Now we have these four on the top of the transmission to take out. These are 13/16 of an inch. Gravity is on our side with these, but I'd rather clean them and reseal them. We have all of the bolts and studs out. Now we can turn our attention to cleaning the old animal very, very thoroughly. More thoroughly than we already have. We are going to chase all of the threads in the transmission case. I have a 9/16 12 thread per inch, a 1/2 inch 13, a 3/8 16, and a 5/8 11. So multiple different taps here, and one of the handiest tools is a set of tap sockets. friend of mine told me these existed. I was always just putting them in the drill chuck. Really makes things go quick. We'll throw you guys on the tripod. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with our center 4. Pretty easily done. Start your tap by hand, grab your tap socket. That cleans out all the nasty gunk in the threads. Works pretty well. I'm gonna go ahead and time lapse doing all of these. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a extremely clean transmission and differential case. I cleaned and tapped every hole. They are looking good. These larger ones here on the outside, I did not need to clean, but they had gunk in them. I was there and my OCD got the better of me. It's clean. This solvent I use evaporates, so there's no need to start wiping it down and blowing on it. We are ready as soon as the machine shop gets me the thrust washers. We are ready for reassembly on the transmission. Just love how clean everything came out. Wowzers. I will drop a link down below to this 1/4-inch die grinder. This thing is well worth the money because it is variable speed. You can see the different ranges there. These wire brushes are only meant to be turned at 4,500, RPMs according to them, and on the lowest setting is 7,000, and it worked perfectly. I actually went to 1.5, so I will drop a link to that. That is going to be a godsend on the rest of the project. I would like to thank everyone for watching. This video is certainly long enough. I'm kind of burning the midnight oil. Again, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.